Alright, so hello goons and gals, it is Doug here with the Born a Goon channel. As always, before I begin, let me say thank you so much for stopping by. If you're a subscriber, thank you for your continued support. It means a lot to me. If you're not, I hope you become one so we can share this moto journey together, guys. I'm very excited about today's video because I'm going to be talking about my first impressions with the all-new AiM Taipan, I think I'm saying that right, Taipan ECU unit that's available for the Honda CRF 450RL. And before I do that, let me give a special shout out. Credit where credit's due. I know a lot of you brought this up, but two people brought it up right away. It was Marcus Derrickson. Yeah, I think I said that right. Mob City Moto. You two brought it up first. Thank you so much because it was in stock here in Las Vegas. I got it the next day. Now the reason that I'm going to do a first impression here, guys, and not a full test, I'm going to do that here in a couple weeks, but there's a reason that I'm doing it. Number one, when we started the conversation from my last video, a lot of you were in the same situation I was. We were waiting 20 plus weeks for our Vortex. Now I live in Las Vegas, so I can ride year round, but some of you are going to miss your summertime riding season window, and it's going to be winter, and you might not even get it, right? These are in stock and they are available. And I also want you guys to know I'm not affiliated here. There's no affiliate links. I'm not getting paid for anything. I bought this like everyone else, and I'm just giving you my honest opinion and my first ride with it. Because there's a lot of us who are waiting and continue to wait because of these supply chain issues, and I get it. So there's finally a competitor or another resource that we can go to, and we're going to talk about that in a second. So that's one of the reasons that I wanted to do it. The second is because there's a map switch that goes with that I don't have that's coming in here in the next few days. I just got the shipping notice. I know I'm not going to wait. But because Taco Moto, who distributes this, is in Las Vegas, I'm going to go visit them in the next couple weeks, and we're going to go through this whole entire unit about exactly what's involved, how special that it is. Again, I'm not affiliated. I'm just doing this with you guys, and maybe we can get him on the mic to talk about its full capabilities and the upside potential of this unit. So I want to save that, plus I'd like to ride the bike. Now, if you came by here and you're in that position, you say, man, I want to get something. Does this work? Is it a Vortex competitor? Is it a Vortex killer? I don't know if it's a killer, but I tell you what, does it work? Yes. Hell yes. This thing cures those problems I was bitching about 2 weeks ago. So I didn't have many flame outs, but when I rode some tight single track, I did stall the bike a couple of times. So I took this out, rode it for about 3 or 4 hours, didn't stall the bike once. I think that was the first time I've never stalled it, which I didn't realize I was stalling it so much until I rode it with on it. That's gone. I had cold starting issues where the bike would not start, wouldn't start when it was sitting. Starts right up the first time. I also had tip over starting issues. That's what I'm calling. I'm sure there's a better name for it, but when you did stall it, or if you dumped the bike and you pick it back up, it wouldn't start. You'd have to turn off the key and turn it back on. I'm sure that's something in the ECU. We all get it, right? You don't have any of that. So if you drop your bike, pick it back up, hit the switch, off it goes. As far as the jerk, that's the jerking that this is known for. That's the worst thing this bike has. Gone. It's like they took out an ironing board and steamed that and just cleaned out the power band. Smooth as can be. I'm very happy with the way this was. Now let's talk about performance gains. I know all you guys in the 450RL know John Young. He's like the Zeus when it comes to this bike and all the work that he's done on it and the products that he's tested. Now he said in one of his videos that he put the Vortex on, got 9 horsepower out of it. I don't know if it's quite 9. There's definitely a power gain. I will say this. You can loft the wheel in 3rd gear with the stock. I'm running it completely stock. I haven't done anything else. Got the thermostat, no thermostat removal, stock pipe, everything. It'll wheelie in 3rd gear, which was practically impossible in its stock format. So my butt dyno would say it's pretty close to 9 horsepower. So you gain all the way around. So let's go ahead and talk about what comes in the box, how you install this unit and the different types of maps that it comes with, and then we'll compare what we know with this against the Vortex, and you can make your decisions from there. So when you get this unit, it comes with the ECU, and there's 3 different cables that come out. We'll talk about those in just a second. A bunch of different stickers. I didn't get the map switch yet. That's on the back order, but like I said, I should be getting it here this week. And they put in these nice little tasty root beer mints or something in there. So when you're installing it, your mouth doesn't get parched, I guess. Anyway, That's what comes in the box. Now the 3 different cables that are coming out, one is a data cable, one is an injector cable, and one hooks up the switch. The data cable is for when you want to make changes to yourself. You can plug it into the computer and move around the maps if you don't have the switch, which most of you probably will not. The other is for a second injector, which the 450RL does not have. And the other one is very important. It controls the map switch. And I will say this costs $700, and I think I might have said it here in the video. If I didn't, I'm saying it again. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm just a customer like everyone else who paid my own money for this. Not getting any kickbacks or anything like that. You need to buy the switch with it, and I'll tell you why here in just a second. Now it comes with 5 different maps. I put this on a piece of paper. I apologize for having to reach to get it. But you have map number 1, which is your open exhaust race mode. That's if you have a full exhaust system on the bike or a slip-on. The second is open exhaust single track, if you want to do single track. And then the third is open exhaust economy mode, where if you're cruising on the highway, you can get better fuel economy. How much? I don't know exactly for sure. 4 and 5 are stock race mode and then stock enduro mode. Now, when it comes from the factory, I am told that it is in stock form in number 4. If you don't have the switch here, you can't switch between those modes. You will have to program it via the computer yourself into the mode that you want. That's why it's imperative, if you want to have access to all 5 of these, which you probably will, and any new hardware that may come available in the future, you're going to need this switch for it. Now, not only that, but this switch also comes with, I believe it's 5 or 6 different levels of traction control. So again, it's imperative that you buy it with it. It's worth it. In my opinion, it's another $150, which pushes you to the 1,000 mark, which is a tiny bit more expensive than the Vortex, but we'll talk about those 2 in a minute. But if you're going to buy it, I highly suggest you get this. Now, you can just plug and play, which is what I did, and the bike is phenomenal in that, but I'm really excited to get that switch and see just what is truly available in here. Now, installation is just as easy, I believe, as it is with the Vortex. The only thing that you're going to have to do, obviously, you just open it up, you pull out your ECU, you plug this in, and you can pretty much just put it back in and start riding the bike. But you're going to have to cut a bracket off the bottom of your ECU bracket from the factory to make room for these cables. So keep that in mind. It's really easy. You can cut it with any type of a saw, metal saw, hacksaw, jigsaw, whatever you want to use, a Dremel. It's pretty easy. Just put it back in there. It takes about 10 minutes totally. Just pull off the seat, pull off your radiator plastics, put it in there, and you're good to go. And it's just fine the way that it is. So let's compare this to the Vortex. I would say right now, if you already have a Vortex and you're happy with it, there isn't any reason to change. If you're somebody like me that either debating, you bought it and you say, which one should I choose? We can talk about that. Or if you were frustrated like me and you're waiting forever and you're like, just give me something. How does it compare? Well, I've already said it fixes those problems. I don't know what the Vortex is like, but this thing is just damn near beautiful the way the bike runs. It's another bike. It's a completely different animal. No jerkiness, no cold starting issues, no flame out. None of those problems exist. Extra horsepower. Sweet, just with the plug and play. And if you just buy the ECU, $700, plug and play, you're going to be happy. A hell of a lot happier than you are. Now, what I know about the Vortex, and I could be wrong, so be careful with your comments down there, but correct me if I am. You have about 10 different rider modes there that are tested from the factory. And I think 99% of all the riders are just going to use the rider modes that come from the factory. And you should. They're tested by professionals and they're researched and all that kind of good stuff. Anyway, you can get a map switch, but I think if you get the map switch there with Vortex, which is another $70 on top of it, you have to switch. You only get like 2. You can't go through all 10. You can just switch between 2. I believe that's how it works. Not 100% sure, but I'm about 98. That you flip between those 2 switches. That only gives you access to 2 out of the 10 maps. Now, you can easily pull off your seat and screwdriver, right? We know that, but you know, we want to be as easy as possible, right? So that's something that you have to do. You also have a lot of adjustability there with the screwdriver where you can do that if you want. There might be a little bit more. This is a little easier, I think, because with the map switch, it's like a rider aid mode on an adventure bike. You just toggle through whatever you want, and then you're good to go. And from what I know, again, I could be wrong, there was more programming coming in the future, which will give you more access, hardware updates, and all kinds of different things that they're working on. So when you're comparing the two, I think at price-wise, once you're pushing over $750, between $750 and $1,000, I don't think we're counting after that. Plus, we're sieving money like crazy anyway if you're buying a 450RL. I will say this. If you have the Vortex, I don't know if you even want to switch. You've already spent the money, bike's running sweet, don't worry about it. If you want to know what this is and the quality of it, they've done a video before Takamoto. You can see it here on there. I don't go into it deeply, but this AiM apparently does Formula One stuff. That gives them some cred. Should be fine longevity-wise, but this works. I stand by what I said. I'm not an affiliate with him. I'm just a regular guy buying parts for his bike. My money's important to me like it is to you. I hate wasting money on garbage product. This thing's badass. And its stock thing, I'm totally in love with the bike. Everything that I said last time, my frustration's gone. I am totally happy with this thing. Can't wait to get the Switch and try some of the other ones, eventually get the exhaust and all that good stuff. But just in the stock, I would tell you this. If you just buy it for $700, plug it in, ride, you're gonna be happy. If you have extra mods, you get the programming done. I'm sure if they send it to you and you say, program it for race mode 1, race mode 2, I can't afford the Switch right now. I'm sure they'll do that for you. You can change it yourself if you want to, but you'll eventually need to invest in the Switch. So overall, it's a little bit more expensive, but you have all the rider modes. You have all that access to you on your throttle, plus the traction control, 6 levels of traction control. So the plan in the future is, anyway, let me answer. You want to get it, it's great, buy it, awesome. You're gonna love it. They have a bunch of these in stock, so we have a competitor, we have a solution to Vortex. In the near future, like I said, I want to go visit Takamoto there, talk about this in depth. Maybe we can get him on the mic there a little bit on camera to talk to you guys about the possibilities, what's in the pipeline and the future. I mean, they're working really hard on this. They have it with other motorcycles as well, the Husky, the KTM, and all dual sport bikes. Anyway, hopefully we can do that, test this thing a little bit more, test it with the Switch, give you guys a full update, and then when I get the exhaust, I can do a comparison. I actually left the order still open with my Vortex, hoping that maybe I will get it here in the next 5-6 weeks. I'll give it maybe another month or so I can compare the two back to back, because there is no comparison online for that. So if I can do that, I think that would be great, and that would give you guys the detailed information you need if you ever wanted to make a true comparison. But I think they're going to be pretty close. They're achieving what you need to be achieved when it comes to this bike. And to me, number one is getting rid of that jerky throttle, then getting rid of the flame outs. That's all gone with this, and it's just a completely different bike and an amazing experience. So I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I do appreciate it. Just hit the subscribe button or hit the like button. Let me know what you guys got going on with your 450RLs. Also, let me know what other things you'd like to hear from this channel. Do you like single track videos? Do you like comparison videos? Do you like just single bikes? Do you like bike builds? Do you want me to take out a saw and cut my Triumph in half and build some apocalyptic dirt bike out of it? Let me know down in the comment section. As always, guys, thanks for watching the video. And as I always say, whatever I said in today's video is just my opinion. I could be wrong.